Jonathan.
Hey, Donnie baby, how you doing?
Good. How are you doing? What are we doing and what are we talking about this week?
I think we have a live interview this week.
I think you're right. And I'm very excited about that.
Yeah,
So do you want to give anything away yet or you want to wait till we come back from the break?
let's wait till after the break.
Okay, sounds good. We'll be right back.
Okay, yeah.
It's a secret. And we're back.
And it's good to be back.
It's good to be back. Jonathan, how's your week going?
I cannot complain. It's a good week.
I cannot. It's been a really good week too, and it's kind of weird for me because I'm going to make two predictions.
Okay.
One, it's garbage day, so at some point during this recording, the garbage man is going to stop by and make a lot of noise.
Mm-hmm.
The second prediction I make is that my dogs are going to go nuts when the garbage man
Oh,
comes.
yeah,
So
yeah.
maybe if everything plays right, we'll actually get through this without hearing either of those things happen. So fingers crossed.
Okay.
But anyway, I just wanted to share a couple things. Oh, there goes it. Okay. So now we'll talk. Um,
Okay.
a couple of things happened this week. We did get some feedback from our first episode,
Okay.
and it's something I didn't think about this because we were so geared up on the video about how good we look, how much we're in frame, and all this light. And I made this amazing montage that I thought was, if you're catching us on YouTube, you saw this montage. If you're not, why aren't you watching us on YouTube? Because we're actually amazing there too.
Excellent
And
question.
the thing is that most people listen to podcasts in audio, so Spotify, Apple Podcasts, where you can find us. But you don't. We didn't realize while we were putting the podcast together that this wonderful montage with all these great moments of
Uh-huh.
graphics and laughter and music went on for like 30 seconds. 30, 40
Oh,
seconds.
yeah.
And for the people listening, it's like, well, that's fun music, but nothing's going on. Nobody's talking. So we heard your feedback and we're going to fix that. So our montage will still be as amazing and graphic and impactful, but it's going to be a lot shorter. So those of you
Okay.
listening to us on Apple Podcasts or Spotify or wherever you find us that is only audio, you're going to have a much shorter version of that montage. But again, we'd love you to watch us on YouTube because that's where everything happens, where you get our beautiful faces for all that time. So thank you for your patience. Thank you for your feedback. And please like and subscribe us over at YouTube or wherever you listen and give us those 5-star reviews.
We could dub it like a horrible martial art movie from the 70s. Like we could
Actually, that's not
here's
a bad
we could
idea.
dub the montage.
Like this, like while you're
Yeah,
talking, and I'll be moving my mouth.
yeah,
Not a bad idea.
yeah, yeah.
But hey, one more thing. So again, thank you for the feedback. And Jonathan, I want to bring up something because it kind of came back to me. An audience, I made fun of Jonathan with his photos that he sent to me when we were putting together the graphics and artwork because he had these really amazing shots of him. He's a very good-looking guy, and he's got this, stunning features. And one of the
Stop.
features that came out were, and don't blush, it's okay. He has these eyes, and I was making fun of him because they're kind of like topaz color. Like they're not just brown, they're not green, they're topaz, like a golden color. And one of the reasons why I brought that up is because I was going through some interesting little tidbits today about the beaches here in the South Bay and how they're rated. And basically, just real quick, I want to go through it real fast list for you. Number one rated here is actually Redondo Beach, believe it or not. So shout out for Redondo Beach. The next one is actually number two is Bluff Cove, which is basically over in Palos Verdes around the corner, which is a beautiful, if you're not
Oh,
familiar,
yeah,
a beautiful
yeah.
neighborhood up atop the hill, but then down the hill to the beach itself. Then it goes to Hermosa Beach, which is another shout out. We go there all the time,
Hey,
taking our
okay.
bikes and walking. So it's all good. Then Seaside Lagoon is number five. That's basically in Redondo Beach, where they have a kids section that's kind of sectioned off with a lot of shallows where kids can go play on the beach with a lot of toys and swing sets and good stuff, but also shallow water. So it's also protected in a cove, which is really
Okay.
great.
You
Then
know your
number
beaches,
six is
pal.
yeah, well, yeah, I'm kind of reading this off of Yelp, so I'm cheating. But I thought it's
Okay.
kind of cool because it's a
Yeah.
shout out. We're always shouting out about the South Bay and how great it is. Number
Right.
six is Palos Verdes Beach, which is another one close to the Palos Verdes area down the hill. The Strand is number seven. We know where the Strand is over in Manhattan Beach. It's a great long walk, great places to eat, all that good stuff. But
Number
number
7.
8 was where it really caught my attention, which was
Okay.
Topaz Beach. And I thought of you at Topaz Beach.
That's
Topaz
my
Beach is
beach.
actually one little, that's your beach.
Yeah.
And you should be featured on there. So basically, it's in Redondo Beach, but there's one section of the by Riviera Village where you can actually go down by a bluff, and that's actually
Mhm.
called Topaz Beach. But I thought, you know what, smart little
Well,
tidbit,
what do you
one
know?
one to talk about. So yeah, that's that's a little bit of local history, and of course we're rated in Yelp, so that's a good thing about where we live.
And is
But
that going into this episode of the podcast, or are we off mic right now?
no, we're on mic right now. I thought it was
Okay,
interesting. I thought it was
okay.
interesting
We are
because
keeping
this.
the topaz. Okay, I got to get T-shirts
So
made up.
I think you should. We should
Oh
start a
yeah,
fan
yeah.
club and probably a whole new podcast just about Topaz. But that's another.
Topaz.
Maybe that's another entity. Yeah. So maybe
Okay.
on top of that, and in addition to this episode, Jonathan, where are we going this episode? I'm pretty excited.
I am so fired up for this episode because this is where we go live. We do our first live interview. And we're
Yes.
going to the great city of Manhattan Beach. I think they had beach number 7, didn't they?
They
Can't
were number
remember now.
7, but we
Okay.
also round this place where we went is number 1. So
Ooh, okay. And we're going to one of our favorite establishments, which is the Manhattan Beach Wine Company. And
yes.
we have a chat with our buddy Ray Canik, who is the owner, and he's a hell of a great guy. And
I learned
yeah,
some interesting things from him. It's like when we went
yeah,
to do that interview, it was kind of I learned things I didn't know about Ray.
yeah,
He's
yeah.
just a really nice guy, just a
Oh,
super sweet guy. He
right.
actually poured us some wine and a beer too, right? So
Yes, and it is beautiful that this wine bar has beer. So
yes,
it was
it
it
is.
was
It's
a
for all
win-win.
of the
It was a
yeah,
wine win-win. Yeah, so we're gonna hop out of we're gonna get in the car together and drive over there. This is all live right now. Are you
yeah.
driving or am
To
I
the
driving? I don't remember.
I think we should both take an Uber because we're gonna go have a
Yeah,
glass of wine and
yeah.
a beer. So
There you go.
and
We'll
through
we'll Uber over
the
there.
magic of podcast and video, we're gonna get over there and
We're-
teleport, right?
exactly. And we really hope you guys dig the interview. We had a blast doing it, and it's our first
Yes.
live one. And
Yeah.
so try and remember that, listeners. It was our first time. Remember that
So
line
be
from high school?
kind.
Yeah. Remember that line from high school? I've never done this before. That was my line.
Yeah. Okay. We'll let you go with that.
Yeah, please enjoy this interview. And then after that, we'll come back, but we'll cut out the part where we're riding together in the limo. And
Oh yeah,
then
in the
we'll
limo.
have a quick chat off the back end, as they say.
Okay. Hey everybody, it's Don Pfeiffer. Welcome to the Life as We Know It podcast. Today we're in the great city of Manhattan Beach, and we're in one of our favorite hangouts called Manhattan Beach Wine Company. And if my co-host Jonathan ever shows up, we're going to go inside and talk to the owner of mbWINEco Wine Company, Ray. Maybe you saw somebody run behind me.
Sorry, I'm late. Did you tell him we're at Manhattan Beach Wine Company?
I did.
Okay, cool. Did you tell him we're going to talk to Ray?
I did.
Okay. Am I late?
You're late.
Welcome to the episode. Here we are, everybody. Welcome to another episode of Life as We Know It podcast. I'm Jonathan J. Brown here with my buddy Donnie Baby Don Pfeiffer. And we are at one of our favorite places, mbWINEco, in the beautiful city of Manhattan Beach, California. This handsome gentleman in the middle is Ray Canik. He's the owner, sole proprietor, mob boss, and other things. Oh.
We don't talk about that anymore.
Don?
Okay, so we're going to ask Ray a few questions to give us some insight into his business. And we'll just start and jump right in, Ray, if you could. How many years have you been in the wine business?
Well, probably close to 40.
40.
I worked during college at a candy manufacturer that started a wine distributor.
Okay.
That's where I kind of learned from the sales force on what wines were good and what not. We at the candy company used to get all the damaged labels, and so I would sell those to the sales guys.
Really?
And I did that all during college, and then I worked there 27 years after college.
Okay. And
Damn.
you've always had a respect, and you admired wine too, though?
Absolutely, and
Okay.
we tasted it, and I learned what to collect and what not to collect.
Okay.
through the sales force.
And you mean curated that basically? You
Curated.
choose, because curated is a very popular word right now, and everyone likes to use it. But I mean, you actually did choose the wines that spoke to you, and you enjoyed the most, right?
At first, I was choosing the wines that were the best value for holding for the long term.
Okay. So how long has MB Wine Company been in existence then?
We started about 9 years ago,
Okay.
and when I bought this, it was a wine shop, but it had no tasting, and we figured out. At first, I was going to just flip the place because it was small. There was no seating area, so I expanded all the seating, and then the mall construction happened. That was 2 years, and then COVID happened. That was another 2 years. So technically, I look at it like I've been in business for 5 years.
So just as you mentioned that, did COVID had a huge effect on your business?
Yes,
Okay.
we were shut
Like
down,
everybody,
and we couldn't.
No deliveries or anything like that.
Well, we delivered. That was really the way we got through, was delivering to the community and our club members, because we couldn't sell retail. We couldn't do any wine tasting.
I would call that community activism, that you brought them wine.
And support.
And support.
Survival. I call it survival.
Especially
So that sounded like a challenge for sure. Of course, it challenged every business and small business owner locally and across the country. Are there any specific business challenges you had as a business owner here besides COVID?
Well, I would say, at first it was tough because no one knew we were down here.
Okay.
This was, when they were doing construction, this was a dirt road in front of us, and nobody could come down here.
Oh, man.
But it takes 5 years to get a business really up and running. So, the construction and COVID were the main hindrance on expanding the business right away.
Right. I seem to remember you had some other products, like you had a line of pasta or something like that.
Right. I was in the pasta business, and I'm still in the candy business. And this was just something I was getting kind of bored of the candy because I've been doing that all my life. So I started the pasta business, and then this came along, and I started this as well.
Okay. Why Manhattan Beach? Do you love it here like we love it? I mean, we love the South Bay. This is a show based in the South Bay, about the South Bay. So.
Well, I've lived here. When I was in college, we moved down here for the summer, down on the beach, and that was a long time ago. And I've never left. It's just been a beautiful spot, and this is a great location. But I think for people in Manhattan Beach, they like wine, they have money, and they like to spend. It was a perfect opportunity.
Okay. So what experience would you like your customers to have here at MB Wine Company? Because you have a huge array of wine. We're going to take a tour in a minute to show everybody what you have, but what kind of experience, when someone walks in, what would you like them to feel, experience, obviously taste?
I feel like this is a neighborhood wine bar. Everybody that comes in here, it's like cheers.
That's
that's kind of like,
you have set it up that way.
Yes.
Yeah, you feel that way.
Everybody knows everybody. Everybody's friendly, and Thursday nights the same guys come, and
and everyone literally knows your name.
Yes, and you know us too, which is really a really great feel, because when we come in, you always say hi to us and like, how you doing? And you even knew what wine to pour for us today. So I mean, you actually take a great interest in the individual customer when they come in too, not just us guys who are interviewing today. So actually, that's a good thing. So if I could, you have a sommelier in the shop. Now, what is the reason for having a sommelier here? What can they do, and what service do they provide?
Well, she provides a service to the customers, asking questions about wines, or what wine pairs with what dish, and that really brings value to the customer experience.
I've used her a number of times. She always picks me winners. I say, you know what, I'd like a French dry wine this weekend. Yeah, she's excellent.
Amber's the best.
Yes,
shout out to
Amber's
Amber.
the best.
Shout out to
We're gonna
Amber.
get her on here eventually. Amber.
She's camera shy, but she'll be on.
We're working on her. We're just working on her.
We're camera shy too.
Yes, very much so. So I think the other ones, like, their role is actually to help pick wines for people who don't know how to choose wine, because not all of us know how to choose wine.
Right. And it's an educational process. Some people come in and say, I kind of like sweet wine, but I don't like this, and I don't like. So we direct them, and she's able to do that very well.
I've heard many customers, they actually don't really know what they like.
Right.
That's another thing. People don't even know what the difference between a Cabernet and Pinot Noir is. I mean, and I know it tastes different, but actually Amber could help us decide what the difference is. Like, I don't know what a Cabernet is versus a Chablis or anything, because a lot of people are a little shy maybe on their wine knowledge.
Right.
And Amber is the person that actually helped us get past that. But also she can pick us a great wine to take home with us or to have for dinner. Right.
And that's kind of why we change the flights every week. So people have the experience of trying new wines.
Yes.
And someone that doesn't understand a lot about wine, it gives them an opportunity to taste different wines from around the world. So
and you won't get too loaded because they have cheese boards and things like that too, right?
Correct.
Yeah, you got to have it. You got to have it.
Excellent. So the wines change every week on the flight. You say, how do you choose the flights, or does Amber choose the flights for you, or do you just talk about it?
We both choose the flights, but it really depends too on the weather. So if it's really hot out this weekend, we're going to pour lighter style wines, rosés, Sauv Blancs, that type of thing. If it's cold, we go to more heavier style wines.
Absolutely. So I'm looking forward to some rosé.
Yes.
And you are open 7 days a week.
7 days a week.
That is
We're
impressive.
like 7-Eleven.
That's it.
No, you're way up here with 7-Eleven. And then, okay, so let's just ask this question without going specifics. You have affordably priced wines, but you have very exclusively priced wines also, right?
Yes.
So you can go the gamut from inexpensive to a very high priced wine. And also I'm sure the qualities increase as you go up.
Absolutely. And there's a diverse population here, and there's a lot of people here that like high quality wines.
Absolutely.
So we provide that.
Do you have a wine club here too?
Yes, we have wine club. We have about 300 members that come in, and they come in during the month as well, but every month they pick up their bags and they get a little description on the wines,
Nice.
All right.
the winery itself, and it's a good way to try different wines.
And I know in the past you've let me buy cases of wine at a time, right? Because I think a few summers ago,
You devil.
a few summers ago, we found a really amazing rosé that we liked, and Ray was kind enough to actually sell me a case of that wine, and I came back for a couple of cases because it was that good. So that's an option too.
Absolutely.
People like,
and you want to support the business.
well, yes, I needed to support the economy and my need for rosé during the summer. So just for fun, I had a couple of rapid fire questions. I'm going to ask you. Just have to answer like that.
Okay.
It's nothing hard. It's real easy.
Here's a drum roll.
Okay, so first one, white or rosé?
Rosé,
Okay. California or French wine?
California,
Okay. Sonoma, Santa Barbara, or Paso Robles?
Santa Barbara.
Okay. Chardonnay, yay or nay?
Nay.
Nay. Okay. On your boat or in the shop?
On the boat.
On the boat. Pinot, Cabernet, Malbec, Zinfandel.
Pinot.
Pinot. Dodgers or Angels?
Dodgers.
Dodgers. Have you ever seen Sideways, the movie about Merlot?
Yes,
Okay. Did you enjoy it?
I did.
Okay.
And he drank Merlot at the end.
He did.
And do you drink Merlot now?
I do. And Merlot's coming back.
It is coming back, and I'm very
People are-
excited about it.
Yeah,
Actually.
it's very good wine.
And the last and most important question, Jonathan or Don?
That's a question.
I guess we'll stop now.
Jonathan, he's my trainer. He's my trainer.
Oh, we're gonna have to re-edit this one.
Good answer. Good answer.
So anyway, thank you so much. I really appreciate it. We appreciate your time.
Oh, Ray, you're the man. And I just tallied up the scores. Ray got 100%.
Although that last one was a little bit questionable.
There are no wrong answers, but he got 100%.
Yeah, so we're gonna go back. And so again, thank you so much for your
Absolutely.
time. We really
Thanks for
appreciate
coming.
it. Manhattan Village is where the MB Wine Company is located at 3500 North Sepulveda Boulevard in Manhattan Beach. Mondays 1 to 8, Tuesdays and Wednesdays 1 to 8, 12 to 9 Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and 1 to 7 on Sundays. Please come over and experience this great place. And Amber, the sommelier, will take good care of you as long as.
Absolutely.
Great. Thank you very much.
Thanks, everybody. mbWINEco offers an extensive collection of wines, Pinots, Cabernets, Malbecs, Rosés, and whites from California and France. And for guys like me, there's beer too. But what I love the most about mbWINEco is the vibe. It's chill. It's stress-free. And the friendly, knowledgeable staff will set you up with everything you need. And did you know you can even host an event here? The wine bar gives you 2 beautiful patios to choose from, or you can hang out inside and soak up that righteous vibe I talked about. Located at the Manhattan Village Mall, you can shop, then head in for a rosé and a cheese board. Or come through on a Saturday for the live music. mbWINEco, 3500 North Sepulveda Boulevard, Manhattan Beach, California. mbWINEco. Come for the wine, stay for the vibe. What a great guy, huh?
Yeah. I know we talked at the beginning about this. I learned some things about him I didn't know. He's
Mm-hmm.
always so busy at the wine co. And of course, what I think we also mentioned is that he always greets you, and he knew what
He
kind of
does.
wine I liked when he was pouring for us before we did the interview. Like, such a sweet guy. Sometimes, someone that's very busy with their own business doesn't
Mm-hmm.
have time for things like that. So it's really gratifying and encouraging to know that somebody really has a passion for their business and their company and their brand.
Yeah, because it starts the first few times you think, oh, this is great customer service, but in no time at all, you're buddies with the guy.
Yeah.
And he's been, he's allowed me to host 3 book launches over there. And that I think I touched on that in the interview, but he gives me such a great rate because he's just like, you're a good guy. I want to support a local author. Here you go. You can have the patio, you can have the inside, whatever you want. And, just tip your server type of thing. And then beyond that, excuse me, I actually had the pleasure of being his personal trainer for a while.
Oh,
Cause
okay.
yeah, because he said his fiance at the time, he is now married, was kind of teasing him and giving him a hard time about the spare tire around the waist. And so he said, why don't you come over and train me? And we became really good buddies. And the minute I started showing him boxing, look out, Ray has a left hook.
Did he like it? Did he pick that up right away? He liked
I
that?
picked it up right away and he loved it. Yeah, he
Okay.
loved it. So, it's been a pleasure getting to know him, and I'm glad that was our first live. That's a great business to do our first interview. So, I had a blast doing it. I hope you did too.
I had a great time, and I had a glass of wine that I liked that Ray remembered that I liked Cab Franc. He poured that for me. He said, "Hey, I remember that when we poured last time." I said, "How do you remember that?"
Yeah.
It's like, it's just, again,
He had that
super
little
great
grin on
guy.
his face. Yeah.
Yes,
that
and
little grin.
I think he got tickled that we got tickled about it. So,
Yeah.
So that was a great one. I look forward to more interviews with more people. But thank you, Ray, very much for allowing us to do that in your business.
Yep.
It
Shout
was
out to Ray.
beautiful.
Shout out to Amber too. Shout out to
Amber. We haven't stopped trying to get you on the show, Amber.
Yeah, we'll get her. We'll get her.
We'll get her.
She hasn't said no. She hasn't said no.
True, and she was smiling when she was saying soon.
Yeah.
So, okay. So we're not letting her off the hook.
Yeah, she has a very interesting sommelier journey. I believe she's level 2 and or maybe level 3 by now. Yeah, she's going for the 3rd, and that there's very few of them.
True, that does not come easy. So we know how much work goes into that, Amber. Which means that we're still gonna try and get you on the show.
Oh yeah.
So
No, it's kind of up to us, I believe. It's not up to her.
yeah, I think so. So we'll show up with a film crew and we'll just set her up. So okay. Anyway, so you ready to close this one out?
Let's wrap it up.
Okay, so we hope you enjoyed this week's episode. Join us next time as we share more exciting stories about people, groups, and businesses making a difference, and of course, our thoughts and opinions on everything. Don't forget you can find us wherever you download podcasts and all the socials. Don't forget to hit that like and subscribe button. And don't forget YouTube. You can see us live on YouTube. That's a good thing. And I'll work on that montage to make it shorter. So until next time, we'll talk to you later. Take care. Bye, Jonathan.
Take care, Donnie, baby.